All right, the new module is here. How to write killer headlines that literally print money, no matter what you're selling or who you're selling to. This is the sauce, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I've been working on this for a while now, and this is different than anything you've ever seen on headlines. This will go deeper than any course you've taken or anything, and I can't wait to share it with you because it's going to make you so much better at copywriting. So without further ado, let's go. Here are the frameworks you're going to use, right? This is all you need to write killer headlines, and you'll be no. This is how you suck. If you want to use frameworks, you will suck, and you will understand why in just a second. But this is why you can't just give people frameworks and expect to be a good copywriter. You can't use them to be a good copywriter because they don't work for everyone in every situation. And you have to know exactly what to do and the actual principles of persuasion. So without further ado, let's go. You will never become a great copywriter, but once you understand the 3 pillars, you can do stuff like this. And that was my own stuff. That's for clients. That's for videos using titles. That's for clients' videos that generated them, 5 figures a month in sales just from one video. So insane. But more importantly, you will feel 100% confident selling anything to anyone. That is really what is amazing about great headlines, is because when you really understand how to craft a great headline, you're good at persuasion and you can feel confident selling anything. And that feels really good. It feels great knowing that you're not just copying frameworks and praying for the best. So the 3 pillars of killer headlines. Let's get into it. So great headlines grab the reader by the neck and demand attention. They create an intense desire and curiosity to read on, and they attract the exact dream customer you want while repelling the rest. This is the job of a great headline. So if you read a headline and it grabs your attention, right, it demands your attention, it creates this intense curiosity for you to read on or for you to click or for whatever it is, and it attracts the exact person you want while repelling people you don't, it is a phenomenal headline. This makes a great YouTube title, a great sales page headline, great landing page, like email, anything you're trying to get attention. This is the way to do it. This is why it's classified as a great headline. So pillar number 1 is the customer bubble. So your headline must start in the customer bubble. It must. This is pillar number 1. And if you don't, you will lose. So this might look a little complicated, and I will go into it deeper in the customer bubble module. But think about it. This is where your customer lives. This is his bubble, and this is built off of his experience, then his attention built off his experiences, which led him to build theories, judgments, beliefs, and then this is where he thinks reality is. Like, this is the world he lives in. And inside here, he has beliefs, his fears, his desires, and then I'm actually missing expectations. But that one I just added in there because that makes sense too. It's like what they believe, what they fear, what they desire, and what they expect. This is like where they are in their life. This is their reality. It's not actually real, but that's where their reality is. Because the real reality, no one can know, right? Because we can only experience certain things. And anyway, it's complicated. But anyway, this is where they're at, right? So your headline has to start here. And it all starts by getting past their awareness. It has to start where their awareness is. We're talking about that in just a minute. This is why headlines will target, beliefs or fears or desires, and it all has to start with their awareness level. That is how you craft a very good headline that gets the exact, customer And so obviously you have to know your customer. You have to know these things. You have to know their awareness, know their beliefs and stuff to actually make a good headline. So that's why you just use frameworks. Frameworks will never tell you this, right? That's the problem. So step 1, matching their awareness level. Like I said, until you match their awareness level, nothing else matters. So answer these questions when you go and write your headline. What are their current beliefs? What are their darkest fears? What are their deepest desires? What are they aware of? And what are they not aware of? So if you can answer these questions, you'll have a great idea of their awareness level and where they're at, and so you can craft a great headline. And then next, you can just draw their awareness funnel. So I'll show you what that looks like, kind of like an Iman Gadzhi example. Like I said, we're going to have some more modules on each one of these concepts. But for now, as you can see, here's the awareness funnel of someone who buys Iman Gadzhi's course. So at the first level, they're not aware, right? The only thing they're aware of is they just need money, period. They're broke. I am broke. That's the only thing they're aware of. That's their entire world. They don't know about business, online business, none of that. All they know is that they are broke. But what does that lead them to do? Somebody makes a headline that says, hey, if you're broke, you need to start a business. So they learn about business. Now oh, wow, they start learning, okay, I need to have a business. That's the only way to get rich. I need to somehow be, selling things, making money, whatever. That's how I get money. But then after they learn about business, they learn about online business. Oh, I can start a business online. I can do it anywhere in the world. I can scale. I can use technology, all of this. Now they're aware of online business. So now their awareness level is even deeper. But then they hear about Iman's thing of drop shipping. So like think about Iman's title in his like big video is the best online business model for beginners. Do you see how it's targeting right here, this awareness level? Like, do you see why they did that? Everything has a reason. So guess what? In that video, they make them aware of the mechanism and then aware of the product. So they bring them down the funnel. But it all started by matching the awareness level here. And we'll take a look at some examples of like targeting each one of these. But you need to draw out the customer awareness funnel for your client. That way you know exactly what level to target them on awareness. And so you need to look at what came before the sales page. So like if it was a YouTube video or an ad, what did it make them aware of? Did it show them like, oh man, online business is the future. Like you have to be an online business. And you take you to the sales page and it says the best online business model for beginners. Do you see how it matches the awareness level? So like I said, this is your headline. We just talked about awareness. You know, map out these things. What are they aware of? We have to start in their world, start in the customer bubble. So what happened before they get on this page? Like ask yourself that. What did they know? What did they become aware of? How did they get to this page? So let's look at some of Iman's titles right here. As we can see, it says, it's true. 24-year-old multimillionaire goes rogue and reveals his secret online income system just to prove anyone can make their first $1,000 online with it. Where do you think that is, right? That is in the need money. So it's targeting a very high awareness level. It's like, it's also targeting kind of online business, but it's more just hitting anybody who just needs money. Because like right here, this online income system is a mechanism. So like it's these people might not even know what online income is or that you can even do that. He said just to prove that anyone can make their first $1,000 online with it. So it's targeting their awareness level of I need money. It's a 24-year-old millionaire that instantly is like, ooh, this person has money. That's where I want to be. So this is like a top of the mountain. You're attracting people who want to be this. Then, you know, it's like curiosity inducing with this mechanism, all this. And we're going to talk about what kind of lead that is in a while. Just to prove that anyone can make $1,000, this is like needing money. So going back up to the top. So then next one we have the from 0 to 10K a month with your own drop servicing agency. Hopefully you can already see that this is targeting a very different awareness level. I want you guys to know this is all for the same product, by the way. This is for Iman's course. All these headlines are for the same product, targeting the same exact like type of person, but just at different awareness levels. So here we are. As you can see, this one obviously is targeting someone who's already aware of drop servicing. If you don't know what drop servicing is, this is not going to hit. This is not going to be as hard. It's not going to hit as hard, right? It's not going to start deep in the customer bubble. But think about it. If you're someone who does know what drop servicing is, this title hits very hard for you compared to the other one. You're way more intrigued now because you already know what this is and you know its potential. So you're like, oh, wow, this person knows exactly like what this thing is. So it's targeting this awareness level. Next, in this headline, honestly, I don't think it was that good, which is why they've changed it now. But this was the headline he used to have in his old promotion for when people were already aware of Educate. Like this was like once you go through his whole funnel, all like 3 hours of his videos, and you finally get to like purchase his thing. This is the headline you saw. So it was how to like launch your high income career and join the new generation of young millionaires. And it was for selling Educate. Not great, but this was him targeting the Educate like thing. So after they had already seen his videos on needing money, they already learned about business from his other videos. They learned about online business through videos. Then they heard about he wasn't using the drop servicing mechanism at this point, but they heard about like starting an ROI agency, and they learned about Educate. So he talked about like high income skills and stuff. So yeah, there you go. So at each stage, you need to be thinking, what are they thinking and feeling? Like, what do they feel when they read these headlines? Like, you have to be thinking, what are they feeling? Not just thinking like it can't be robotic. You have to really put your mind in your customer's shoes as they're going through the awareness funnel and think, what do they feel? Like, how does this headline feel when I read? Does it punch me? Does it grab me by the neck? Am I curious? Do I really want to read on? And this is why you cannot just use frameworks or you will fail, guys. You will fail. If you just copy the same headline over and over again and just replace the components, you will fail. And your clients will not be impressed. It's like this is how you become an S-tier copywriter. You have to go deeper. You have to do and put in the effort that no one's willing to put in. I mean, that's how I got, so far so fast, is because I was just willing to go hard, go all the way. This is how you do it. So step 2, your headline must connect emotionally. So once you start in their awareness level, that's not good enough, right? You have to actually connect to them emotionally on that level. So to do that, this is what we do. First, we have to use their language. So like use the words they know and they would say. It's like Iman used drop servicing. That's like kind of the language. Or if you notice how my stuff always says bro, or I say yo, or I just use you guys, I use like younger guys' language because that's what I'm trying to connect to. Next, and also this goes into like 10K a month. Like that's kind of the same thing where it's using words that are big, emotional trigger words. So it has to appeal to Life Force 8. You want your headlines and your products to appeal to Life Force 8. So think about it: survival, enjoyment of life, enjoyment of food, freedom from fear, pain, and danger, comfortable living, sexual companionship, to be superior. I mean, classic stuff. Pretty much just like status. So for most of the stuff we'll be selling, it's more towards freedom and status and comfortable living, to be superior. Social approval, those kind of things. So we always want to like be cognizant of the Life Force 8 because those are the strongest 8, and we want to appeal to those. Then also obviously want to use the big 4 emotions and value equation. So the big 4 value equation, we have new, easy, safe, big. These are the emotions that we want to press with our headline. So like, how can we make this thing seem new as possible? How can we make it seem as easy as possible? How can we make it seem as safe as possible? How can we make it seem big? So like FOMO. How do we make it seem like this is a big opportunity that you need to get on right now? Then also we add in the value equation, which is kind of ties in exactly with the big 4 emotions, which is like, how can we increase the dream outcome? How can we increase the perceived likelihood of achievement? How can we decrease the time delay and then decrease the effort and sacrifice? So think about it. You can add in the dream outcome by making it seem specific. It's like get your first 1,000 subscribers, or get from $0 to $10,000. We can increase the perceived likelihood of achievement by like saying guaranteed, or saying or your money back, or something like that in the headline if they have a guarantee. Time delay, we can literally put like the time in there, or say like in no time flat. And the effort and sacrifice, you can just add in all these easy emotions. So like simple, step by step, all these things, all these words increase the value of your headline. And then also we want to be as concise and powerful as possible. So the less words there are, the more weight each word carries. I'm going to say that again. The less words there are, the more weight each word carries. I want you guys to think about quotes. Think about your favorite quotes. Or think about, when you read tweets that just hit. It's because each word, like in there, they might be like a couple words. But it's because there's so much power behind each word, and it's so simplified and so boiled down to its most, concise essence of whatever principle it is. That's why quotes hit so hard. So the less words there are, the more weight it carries. This goes exactly into headlines. So for instance, here's a headline from Matthew for one of his things, right? How to start making $1,000 per month in just 30 days and achieve financial freedom by selling in-demand skills online using my step-by-step hustle in a hurry freelancing blueprint. See how there's a lot of words here. This is a long, big headline. How can we say those exact things and those exact emotions in the same way and with the same power, but as concise as possible so that they carry more power? So they carry more power behind it. So think about it. All of these things, with each like word and with each emotion you push, they're losing their power because there's so many. It's like a shotgun versus a sniper, right? So here's like a headline I just came up with quickly. How to make $1,000 per month selling easy to learn skills using my hustle in a hurry freelancing blueprint. Do you see how it hits the same emotions, but it's easy to read, it's concise. You're like, oh, how to make $1,000 per month. Like that's specific. It's the outcome. It's believable. It's what they want. Selling easy to learn skills. It's like, oh, these are simple, very easy. Using my hustle and hurry freelancing blueprint. So like that's the mechanism. It's new only. You can only get it here. So yeah, you can just see the difference between this and how hard this is to read. And it's just kind of like what is exactly going on here versus this. It's like pushing the same emotions, very simply, concise, powerful. Pillar number 2, the right lead. There are 6 main lead types: story lead, proclamation lead, the secret lead, problem solution lead, promise lead, and offer lead. So what I mean by lead is like, this is how you lead into the copy. This is what gets them in. So usually in like old school copy, this is the headline, and then the lead is like the first 200 to 400 words. So there are 6 main types that they have found from like all the best direct response marketers ever to be the most effective in advertising. Like these are the most. We always want to like use these or a combination. Sometimes you can combine some of these together, but you really just want to make sure you're nailing these. So let's go over them. So like as we talked about awareness. This is why awareness has to come first, and it's pillar number one, because you can choose which lead to use based on their awareness level. So like an offer lead is very direct. So it's for people that are very aware. But a story lead can get people that are indirect, who have no idea of like the product or anything, and they're very low awareness. So as we go down this, like proclamation lead, secret lead, there's a little more indirect, and we get more and more direct as we go down this. So we'll go over some examples and make this really concrete for you guys. But just think about this. The more direct, the more you want to move towards these leads. The less direct, the more you want to move towards these. So let's go into it. Like I said, like this is how it goes with the with like the awareness funnel. That's how it matches up. So obviously the offer lead would be just offering, telling them about educate, right? Giving them the offer. The promise lead would be promising, online business drop shipping. Promise solution would be the same like around here. And then up here you just get to the more like these type of leads. So like basically the less aware they are, the more you want to move towards these, the more aware move towards these. But honestly, like most of these can be used for kind of higher level. Sorry guys, I'm so tired of recording this. Anyways, well, I'll show you guys. I'll show you examples. It'll make a lot more sense. But just know like these are going to be more direct. This will be less direct. So here's like another screenshot you can use from Great Leads book, which goes over these. You can just like keep this, on your desktop or whatever to kind of look at when you go over headlines. Let's go over the indirect, moving towards more direct. So we have a story lead. This is the most powerful but difficult to use lead, because think about it. A story lead can attract anyone. And one of the best things about a great headline is we want it to attract only the people that are going to buy or consume whatever that we're trying to do. So you have to like angle the story perfectly to get those people. So it can be very difficult. So the way story lead works is you have like a hero, which is an ordinary person, which is like your dream customer, who attempts to do something extraordinary. That's kind of the framework. And people doubt him, and then he proves them wrong. So here's an example. This is a classic one. This sold, bajillions of money back in the day. They laughed when I sat down at the piano, but when I started to play, like this is a story lead. It hooks you in. All of a sudden, you're interested. You want to see this unlikely hero do something extraordinary. It also plays on the Life Force 8, right? It plays off of status. It plays off of like social approval. So this is a beautiful lead, and it contains all those other things that we talked about earlier. This is the Man in the Hathaway shirt. So this is a story. They're selling, these shirts, and it's like this guy has an eye patch. It's curious. You're like, the Man in the Hathaway shirt. Like, this is a story. You instantly start reading it. This doesn't look like an ad, right? It's a story lead. But this can be very difficult and very hard to do. But when you pull it off, it can be phenomenal. So this is like this. It starts here, actually. 15 rivers to cross and only 7 bridges. Here's how we were able to bring you the Granada. So this is a story, but it's selling cigars. They managed to do it very nice. And this is like telling about the excitement of finding the best tobacco for their cigars. And yeah, so moving on to the proclamation lead. We honestly won't use story leads a lot in what we do for like online business, but it could be used for like videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to just make sure you guys know all these just in case. Here we have the proclamation lead. This is a bold statement, which is not reasonable. Like this is saying something crazy, just proclaiming something to get everyone's attention. You have to make it a promise. The subject must be relevant. And so like here's an example of one from like a health offer, which is read this or die. Like big proclamation, big promise, not reasonable at all. Like here it is. This is the lead. So today you have a 95% chance of eventually dying from disease where there's already no cure somewhere on the planet. The editor of Alternative like to free you from that destiny. So big proclamation lead. Here's another one. Why 20th century diseases will soon become extinct. Like big proclamation lead. This is great for like YouTube videos or maybe for ads, proclaiming something big. Not necessarily for headlines on sales pages, but it could be. It could be. Here's another one from like an actual sales page. So countdown to crisis. 3 shocking events will wipe out millions of American investors by December 31st, 2006. So very specific, very big, very proclaiming. And yeah, it's proclamation lead. So here we have the secret lead. This one will be used a lot in like the stuff that we do, guys. So we need to know the secret lead and nail this one. So see, the mechanism is the secret to be revealed. So not necessarily the product, right? So not your keto pills, but the carnivore diet itself. You see how like the solution, the new opportunity, the mechanism, that is the secret in the secret lead that's going to be revealed. And the secret has to be intriguing and beneficial to the reader, of course. And the secret is not disclosed in the lead, so it doesn't get disclosed until way later in the copy. And as the page progresses, more clues are given. So you can check out Iman's digital launchpad. It is a phenomenal piece of copy, like modern day copy using the secret lead. So you just look at it in his headline, right? 24-year-old multimillionaire goes rogue and reveals his secret online income system just to prove anyone can make their first $1,000 online with it. So very beneficial, very secretive. He literally says secret, like mechanism, this online income system. That's the thing that he's like not revealing. And he doesn't reveal it for a while. Like, go read that page from that link, and it's really good. Here we have one from the Sell Like Crazy book. So wild details emerge about weird $7.8 billion client getting unicorn funnel in controversial New Amazon best-selling book. So it's like, he's literally saying right here, just to prove his secret selling system. So this unicorn funnel, this like weird, crazy system, that's what they're selling here. It's like, there's a secret. There's a big secret. That's the idea of this lead. You want to say, oh, I have a big secret. I've got this, I forgot what they called it in like their response, but I have the velvet pouch, the magical pouch. Like, what's inside? People want to read because they want to know, what is this secret selling system, you know? And they kind of combine a little bit of like the story leads as well with this, like 24-year-old multimillionaire. Like, it reads like a story, a little bit of a combination, but most of it, the power here is in the secret. So here we have a thumbnail from Iman, very recent, which is, this system allows anyone to make their first $1,000 online. So this system, it's a secret system lead. It's obviously not as like just sales driven and crazy because it's a YouTube title, but you can see how this title is a secret lead. And the people who wrote it knew this. They did this on purpose, guys, because the copy is also written in this video like a secret lead. So here's some more. Closed to new investors for the last 6 years, now open again. Do you see how this makes you think, what is it? What is this thing that's closed to new investors? You don't have to actually say secret. You just have to make it a secret. Here we have the Chafee royalty program that turned every $1 into 50. Now you're like, what is that? What is that program? I've never heard of this. What is this mechanism? That is the secret, and it was not revealed until the very end of that copy. Here we have the problem solution lead. So this is where you target their deep emotional pain. It has to be a deep, deep pain here. You want to stir up emotions and dig the knife deep, and then offer hope of a relevant solution. So this is like the, oh, if you have this, try this. Or if you're struggling with this, try this. There we go. And also, this can include a mechanism. So here's this. If you're feeling run down because of tired blood, take fast-acting Geritol. This is a famous ad, right? So like, if you feel this, which also has a mechanism here, which is intriguing. Like, what is tired blood? I mean, you kind of like guess what it is, right? You're tired, but it's intriguing. So you want to read on? Take this. So if you're feeling this problem, take this. Here's another one that's a little like more subtle. So 7 deadly advertising mistakes. So obviously you're like playing on the idea like this is the problem. You're having advertising problems, and they offer solutions in this copy. Here's another one. Have you a worry stock? Is your home picture proof? How much is worker retention costing your company? You see how all of these are digging the knife instantly into a problem. So you don't even know what a worry stock is, but you have an idea. And you feel the pain of that. Like, you have a stock that you worry about. So it's very simple, but just crazy good headline. I love that one. That one's so good. How much is your worker retention costing your company? All these little mechanisms that you can kind of guess what it is, but you don't really know. And it's a problem. It digs the pain deep. Here's some great YouTube examples. Like, waking up with no new YouTube subscribers? Try this. Can't hit 57% YouTube video retention? Try this. It's literally saying, if this, try this. Like, it's problem, solution. So yeah, great for YouTube titles. Next, you have the promise lead. This one gets used a lot as well, so we need to get really good at this one. So to find the promise, find the unique selling proposition. So what makes this thing different? What is different about the thing you're selling, the new opportunity you're selling? And it has to be original. And the promise targets your prospect's dream desire. So their biggest desire, just like we want to find the biggest pain point on the problem solution, we want to find the biggest dream desire in the promise lead. So it has to be big, but also believable. And you need to follow this lead up with even bigger proof. So if you use this to get people, you need to be able to show proof quickly. So think about it. This one is used a lot in and you'll see in a second, like how to create advertising that sells. That's the promise here. He even underlined it, that sells. Like if you read this, you will learn how to do this thing that sells. Like that is the biggest thing that they want to do by advertising. So it didn't say how to create advertising that looks good or how to create advertising that makes you feel good. It targeted the deepest desire, which is advertising that sells. Very simple. Instant relaxation. Very simple. Just like straight promise. Like this is obviously like an ad for something like a e-com type stuff or like just a product, but you get the point. Build your memory in 4 short weeks. So powerful your family won't believe it. So this plays off of like status here again, like the like both of these, Life Force 8, right? Comfort, and then this one's status. So build your memory in 4 short weeks. So powerful you won't believe. So that is like the promise here, and very strong, very very good. Here's another one: how to actually get copywriting clients without sending hundreds of DMs. So you see how I use the promise lead? Like I'm promising you how you can copywriting clients, which is your biggest pain, right? Your biggest desire is to get copywriting clients. And guess what? I made it even bigger by saying without sending hundreds of DMs, because you desire to get copywriting clients without having to do that. So yeah, promise lead. Here's another one, classic: how to win friends and influence people. Do you see how this is playing on Life Force 8? Again, it's status. So it doesn't just say like how to be friendly or how to make friends. It's like how to win friends and influence people. He's playing on the status. That's why it's like this stuff is it seems so simple, but you have to know the deeper reasons why. There we go. I was reminding myself. A promise of status here. Big. Life Force 8. Here's some more examples. So these are actually the chapters from the book. Look at how he did this. These are all promise leads. 6 ways to make people like you instantly. Do this, you'll be welcome anywhere. A simple way to make a good first impression. How to interest people. How to get cooperation. Like, these are all promise. How to spur them on to success. So yeah, all these promise leads. Here we go. Yeah, here's some like great. I think this is from Great Leads as well. So promise leads should start with the product's biggest benefit. It's like, what is the benefit that your product offers? Like, think about my video example. The benefit of mine is you're getting copywriting clients and without having to do this thing you hate. So very big promise here, because everybody else. See, my USP is that you don't have to send hundreds or thousands of DMs. That's my unique selling proposition of this method, which is why I targeted it here. You see how you have to have the USP? You have to figure out what's the edge I have over my competitors. Moving on. Hit the targeted promise right away. Must connect to the core benefit of the prospect's desires. Like, you guys wanted clients because clients equal money. That's why I connected that. Sounds new and original. Should be bold but believable. Must follow with even bigger proof. Focus on speed, size, quality of results, but basically just be specific. It usually won't work to people who are skeptics or highly unaware. So like, this is for people that are a little more aware. That's why we talked about that earlier. And but it can work very, very well with people who are kind of like on the fence about buying, or on the fence about your products. So look at these really interesting promise leads. Like, can you really grow $500 into 8.4 million? Do you see how like it's such a huge promise, but they're spinning it in a way where they make it sound believable. It's like, get rich slow. It sounds weird, but like, everybody wants to get rich, and slow makes it sound unique. Like, oh, this is like unique. Now I kind of believe it. And because they made it a question up here, now it's believable. Like, can you really grow $500 into 8.4 million? It's like, you're not instantly put off guard. You're like, oh no, you can't do that. They're asking you questions. You're like, I don't know. Can you? So great examples. Next, the offer lead. This one is the easiest to do, but you will see it a lot and is very, very powerful when you have a great offer. So immediately focus on the most emotional, compelling detail of your offer. Underscore the most valuable benefit of that deal, and elaborate on some deal benefit in the lead that follows. And so elaborate on that same deal / benefit in the lead that follows. And at some point, include a compelling reason why you're offering that deal. That's later on in the copy. So this is from Charlie Morgan. Phenomenal offer that's done him millions and millions of dollars. Agency owners, coaches, and consultants. You're one step away from learning how you can fill your pipeline with 30 to 100 plus qualified appointments every single month, guaranteed. Do you see how like you have to be really aware? Like, if you're not aware of what a qualified appointment is, you're not even going to care. Like, this is for people who just want to make money. They're beginners. They're going to be like, what is this? And they click off instantly. This is for people who are already extremely aware, and all they need is like this big offer. Pretty much it. And here's one that I wrote for one of my clients based off of Charlie Morgan stuff, right? You're one step away from learning how you can sign 10 plus high paying clients to your agency in the next 180 days, guaranteed. Here is the offer. And yeah, now a little like different kind of bonus, like discover the fastest way to scale your marketing agency per month. So that would actually be like the secret. Like, what is the secret fastest lead there? Fastest way. Here's some more. Guaranteed to improve your child's school marks or you pay nothing. It's a big offer lead here. Don't pay a penny for this book till it doubles your power to learn. Yep. And so here's the one that I would actually use for this course whenever it's fully built out and we have plenty of results and I know it's bulletproof. So sign 3 to 5 copywriting clients in the next 90 days guaranteed or you don't pay. Do you see how all the power lies in the offer? So like if it was just sign your first copywriting client in the next 90 days, it wouldn't hit as hard. And if it didn't have a guarantee, it wouldn't hit as hard. So you see how the offer lead can be very powerful. It's very easy to do like as a copywriter, but it all comes down to actually having a powerful offer. So how do I choose which lead to use? This is the $1 million question. So you need to study exactly what awareness level the reader is at. Okay. So which awareness level are they at? Then study similar examples from the sales page database and the headline resources, which I'll show you guys in just a second in the next module. Then study what's working for similar offers in this space. And then try different leads to match that awareness level. So some of them can overlap. And so you want to just try different leads and come up with a ton of examples. So here we go. Write a ton of different ones until you feel the one that speaks to you. So like I said, certain headlines, they just feel like winners. You're like, man, this connects emotionally. So you have to try different lead types based on the awareness level to make sure to match as close as you can. Try different lead types. Then try different examples of each lead types. And then write a bunch of them until they just feel to speak to you. Like the headline is so important and the lead is so important that you have to nail this. If you want to be a phenomenal copywriter, you have to nail the lead and headline. You can't skip it. You have to nail it. So instead of just shooting in the dark, you can actually get good at this. Study these things and get good. But yeah, at the end of the day, you need reps. Like I would write 10 headlines every single day when I first started. And I mean, I end up writing a lot now just because I write actual client stuff. But you just need reps, guys. You need to go through these, study these different leads, study headlines, write headlines, and yeah, you just need reps. But here we go. Pillar number 3. This is a long one, guys, but this is so dense. But here we go. The 4 U's. So once you have found the awareness level, once you have chosen the right lead, now we need to sauce it up and make sure it has the 4 U's. So the 4 U's are urgent, unique, useful, and ultra specific. So you're not going to have all of these. You probably will not have all of these in a single headline, but you want to have as many as possible. So try to have at least like 3, especially for if you're going like more salesy, more higher sales thermometer. We want to have at least 2, preferably 3. Sometimes even 4 of these. So let's look it out. So here's urgent. This is like FOMO. Think about it. The hottest IPO in history. Warning, limited spots available. So here we're pushing that urgent emotion. So very urgent. The tiny company about to go public with true fountain of youth. So like very big, very urgent, lots of FOMO. It's like get in before, fastest growing company, like pre-IPO. This will be the biggest, if not the biggest IPOs in history. This is the biggest medical news in history, the biggest financial story of our times. Take action today. Like you're pushing urgent. See how like this has big urgency in the lead. Here we have ultra specific, right? This is thinking about like down here. That's why I was doing this one. Seeing gains of 797% and 1,794% in the bear market. So when you use these numbers, it's believable because it sounds much more believable than just $10,000. Or they made 1,000%. Like it's like, okay, what are the odds that someone actually landed right on 1,000? Like it doesn't sound believable. But when it's ultra specific like this one, how I made $11,374 on school in 2 weeks. You're like, whoa, that is very specific. So we want to be ultra specific. That creates like believability and intrigue. It's curiosity. Here's unique. So 199% of American investors traded in the day. I own the night. It's like, this is the night trader. It's very unique. They're like, what? Everybody else trades during the day. This guy trades at night. Like it's by using 99.99%, you're automatically saying like, this is unique. This is why people say like the 0.1% and all this stuff. It's, adding uniqueness to your offer. Basically saying like, you can only get this here. Like this is brand new. You can only get it here. I'm the only person who does this. Here we go right here. From 0 to 10K a month with your own drop servicing agency. This is unique because of the mechanism drop servicing. Like people have heard drop shipping, they've heard agencies, they've heard all this, but they hear drop servicing, they're like, what? It's unique. It piques their interest. So also it has to be useful. So in that headline we just talked about, it says from 0 to 10K a month. Like that's directly the use right there. So that is like obviously what's in it for me. Always be answering what is in it for me. So this one like from 0 to 10K a month. This one is 18 little known tax loopholes and income measures that made it through the Tax Reform Act. So right here is kind of where this one gets into really what's in it for me. But like a new free book reveals how you could collect up to $6,000 per month thanks to these 100% legal ideas. So this one's like is implied in the headline, which is like tax loopholes. You're like, oh, this is gonna be useful because I can use these to save money, make money. Yeah. So now that you know all of these pillars and you've gone through the customer bubble, you know the awareness levels, you understand the lead types, you understand like the use. Now you can actually use the frameworks. You see how these were useless to you really at the very start of this presentation. But now you can see how you can actually use these to make a fire headline. So feel free to use like some of the, like these are not the best, guys. Just copy these to give you some inspiration. I don't use like a lot of these. I just use different frameworks. Like you can use numbers in the front. I like to use how to a lot, how everybody can do this. But yeah, just use frameworks. But remember, all that matters is the 3 pillars. The frameworks just give you a nice way to word it. So now you know the secret to cutthroat headlines, but you need reps. I cannot stress this enough. You need to be writing headlines. You need to be studying headlines, and I'll be giving you guys everything I can give you resources wise to help you do that. But you got to put in the work. But yeah, let's go over how to analyze headlines, and then I'll give you guys a juicy little resource in the next module. So first, what awareness level are they targeting? So ask yourself this question first. Think about the customer bubble. Answer those questions from the first pillar. Then, which lead type are they using? So like when you look at headlines, you need to ask yourself these questions, figure out which lead type they're using, and then what big 4 emotions are being pushed, which of the 4 U's are being pushed. You can use the value equation in there as well. And yeah, that's it. Those are the questions when analyzing. I want to keep it very simple for you guys. If you can just nail these, this is the 80-20. This is the big things that you're not going to miss. And I did this. I literally would go through and analyze headlines from everything. And it gave me awareness. And I was able to actually see, okay, this is why they're doing this. And it started to translate to my own copy. So now it is time for you to put in the work. There's no other option but for you to just study these headlines, write a bunch of headlines, and that's it. Hopefully this helped you guys. This changed my entire journey in copywriting by learning this, because the lead is everything. The lead is, your title. The lead is your headline for sales pages. Your lead is your email like angle, the email subject line. Like it's everything. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and look out for the resources in the next module.